Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gaze. You may notice from the title, this isn't, our regularly scheduled programming. We're taking a week off to play a hack of Lasers and Feelings. The game we're playing tonight is called Hex in the City by the Invulnerable Tide. If you enjoy what you hear and want to support them, the link to their itch and Twitter are going to be down in the description. This is pretty much just an urban fantasy themed hack of Lasers and Feelings, very inspired by Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Dresden Files. But yes, I am Aubrey. I am your GM. I use she, her pronouns. I'm going to toss it over to my wonderful cast today to introduce themselves and tell you who they're playing, and then we will get into things. And we'll start at the top of the order with you, Alyssa.
Unfortunate. Hello, everybody. My name's Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and today I will be playing Bellamy Brightdoom, who uses he, they pronouns. Bellamy is a himbo with a duckboat.
Hello again. I've been. Sorry. Did I just like?
No, you're good. Go for it.
Hello again. They've invited me one more time. Your local fuck up cleric here, and I'll be playing Carlos Montez, who uses he, they pronouns like myself. Who is a disgusting streamer.
Hello, and then it's me. I'm Dusty. I use he, they pronouns, and I am playing Catalina Cruz. Big titty goth girlfriend, actually ex-goth girlfriend, to bad things, but they have lots of knives. They're great. They're fine. It's cool.
Ex-goth.
No, ex-girlfriend, not ex-goth. They're still they're still incredibly goth.
Goth is forever, Aubrey. God.
I mean, I know
true.
that goth is forever.
I'm Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend on Twitter and TikTok. You can find me on Starlight Tales, Girls Run Worlds, Bards and Brews, and Going Crit RPG, and also Cleric. Forgot to plug Monster Fuckers Anonymous, which is our podcast that we have together. Sometimes you forget everything that you're on all at once, and that's fine. I will be playing Umami, the tech whiz detective / wizard. I still don't know. What's the difference, honestly? I'm an asshole. I'm solipsistic, but I'm a great hacker. And surveillance is fine as long as it's me.
Too true. Hi, everyone. My name is C. I use they, them pronouns. You've heard me here before. They invited me back. That's my cat in the background. You can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet at PieSharp Art and doing lots of tabletop stuff. But tonight, I am playing the totally ethical scientist, super duper not a necromancer, Zero, who uses they, them pronouns. And I'll pass it back to Aubrey.
We open things. It is depends on your definition of it, but it is either a very nice morning or way too early. In the town of Marlin Bay, New Jersey, this sort of usually for most of the year sleepy beach town, but you are all right on the cusp of the end of spring and the beginning of summer, which brings the tourism season, and your little town gets packed full of tourists wanting to come to the beach. So you still have a little bit longer. You all have your own connections, is the best way to say it, to the chosen one, Serenity. There's this whole big blah blah prophecy, blah blah save the world, blah blah fight evil. You know it. You hear it all the time. But today, you all wake up with a message on your phones from Serenity, which says, "Hey guys, sorry to drop this on you last second, but I gotta go out of town. Onyx thinks that something weird is going on at somewhere, and they need my help. But you guys could totally handle it for one night. I believe in you. Peace." So you all wake up with that on your phone.
They always do this.
Question, is this a singular text or is this a group chat?
It is a group chat.
There's gonna be a thumbs down emoji reaction.
And you
At the
know,
same at the same time, there are several sparkly hearts from Bellamy.
Cowboy
Throwing
hat.
up emoji.
Carlos does a cowboy hat.
cowboy hat. Yeah. And you all know that Onyx is their on again, off again partner. They may or may not be a demon. It's unsure.
I type in "kill your boyfriend." Also, why the fuck is Carlos in the chat?
Text back, "Ayo, mommy, shut up. No one cares. Stop telling people to kill their boyfriends."
I think like 15 minutes after that last message,
Yep.
Zero sends an angel emoji.
Shut up, Zero.
Love you too, mommy.
There's then a text from Catalina that just says like www.getssomehelp.com, and if you click on it, you actually just got rickrolled.
Carlos just texts back, "Boomer humor."
Then you get a personal text with a middle finger and a knife.
So I guess we do this mission.
We just
Zero texts brunch? Question mark?
God damn it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love brunch.
Let me know if anyone needs a ride.
I don't drive, so yes.
If you can pick me up after Umami, like you drop Umami off and then pick me up, that'd be great.
Does Bellamy have a car, or does Bellamy just have the boat?
Well, so a duckboat, if you're not aware,
yeah.
Aubrey, is a vehicle
both.
that can go both in water and on land. Great.
I
hate it
totally
here.
forgot it
I
until
hate it
you
here.
started talking, and I just went, "Oh yeah."
I'm gonna be
How did you
1,000%
get
honest.
How did you
I
get
thought
this?
it was just a boat that looked like a duck.
I got it confused with tugboat in my head. That's why I just realized now. But yeah, no, you have both. You have the best of both worlds.
That is a good way to look at it. So Bellamy will drive up and park the duckboat, which has a beautiful, like, Bright Doom Boat Tours written on the side, and it's very colorful and eye-catching, outside of Umami's apartment, home, cave, whatever, and knock on the door. They will not just beep the thing or
It's
text.
definitely like a sub-level apartment. And yeah, Umami just like immediately comes out, and Umami is a monster as a person. Certainly they are never outside for a reason, because sort of through a very magical curse that was placed upon them as a child, they have razor sharp teeth and can only seem to go out anywhere looking like an asshole with mirrored sunglasses, round and black, and you can only look at yourself when you are talking directly to Umami, which makes Umami all the more unsettling. They have a beautifully, perfectly lavender, well-kept dye job, bangs, and like long in the front, short in the back. A red jumpsuit, only wears red jumpsuits as far as anyone is concerned, and thick combat boots. And I generally don't really have any bags or anything, but I do have a very this is something that Bellamy will probably more know, rather than like any neighbors that I have never seen. My watch and my phone are my sort of arcane tools, like my focuses. So I stroll up to the duckboat and I am just like, what is this?
It's our ride. You said you didn't have a car.
I didn't have a car, but I didn't ask for also a A boat? Okay, I'm getting it. And then I sit all the way in the back.
I think if it's okay with you, Zero is like already there, and maybe when Bellamy came out, Zero was already in the Duckboat. Like they just were there. And they look up brightly, they wave a little bit, and they go, "Hi, Mommy, good morning."
Don't talk to me.
I do love brunches with all of you. It's so good to see everyone up and alive.
You know how ominous you just sounded. You have to know.
And they blink these kind of like huge yellow eyes. What?
Bellamy, completely missing the tone or subtext, is just like, yeah, it's great to see you alive too, Zero.
I really love the Duckboat. I wish I could live here forever. Like truly forever. Like forever.
I mean, we have to use it for tours, but maybe once it's retired, you could have it forever.
That is so sweet. I'll buy your
Do you mean the
brunch today.
Duckboat or Earth? Duckboat or Earth? Stay here forever.
Is there a difference?
Is there a difference between this current Duckboat and Earth? We have to go. We have to just drive, please.
It's all metaphor, Umami. If you think about it, the world really is just one big Duckboat.
Don't tell me what a metaphor is. I hate art people.
I think we're gonna have a great brunch today.
At this point, I think it's fair to say that we roll up on Carlos's house.
You see Carlos is standing outside holding a phone. Carlos is probably wearing like a long sleeve shirt that's like rolled up a bit with like these like black jeans, white white Vans, like a fanny pack along like the shoulder pack, and has their hair like tied up in like a ponytail, like long hair but in a ponytail, and it's just like, all right, lightning bugs, now that you know, I gotta go do a quick meeting with some friends, but tonight check out the live stream that's gonna be happening. We might be doing some spooky stuff, don't know, maybe some ghost stories, maybe some all that, you know. Lightning bugs like stay up, I keep you guys updated on the spooky stuff in this town, you already know. All right, peace out, fam. And hangs up the phone, and then it's just like, what? Turns around and sees the Duckboat. It's like, all right, vintage, I guess. And like opens the door to get in and sees everybody's like, hey, and then scans and sees Umami. He's like, are you, fuck.
I was in the group chat. I saw that we were in the.
Ignores Umami's like, hey, Zero, hey, Bellamy, what's up?
Good morning. How was your stream?
Phenomenal. You know, we're getting numbers up, getting some traction. We had about 100, 200 people listening, so you know, it's pretty good.
Wow. I thought that you hadn't quite hit affiliate yet. I know you've been trying for a few years. There were a few hundred people in stream. That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear it.
Yeah, not 100. Just not a few hundred. Just a couple. You know, we're making progress here.
Oh, you're doing so well. I'm so very proud of you. Well done.
You see Carlos' eyes just like a little like tears, like, yeah, you know, I really appreciate, the good positive feedback.
I do know you do spend a lot of time crying about it, so I'm glad that things are going well.
All right, Bellamy, let's just where are we going for brunch?
Where are we going for brunch, y'all? Are we going to the cafe? What is it? How You Brewin'?
That's the coffee house.
Oh, the Griddle is the cafe,
Griddle.
the diner. Okay.
Run by the
Yeah.
husbands.
Love the husbands. Yeah, I will bring this crew out to the Griddle, assuming Catalina found their own ride because she did not respond to my text.
She's walking there. It's fine. I imagine that maybe she's just like close, so she may already be there, reading a book called Carmelo, while with one hand practicing with her butterfly knife in the other hand, sitting on one of the benches outside.
I think as the duckboat pulls up, Zero leans out because they have all those windows, so they just kind of lean over the side. Good morning, Catalina. We've talked about this a few times as like it goes by to park. We've talked about this a few times, but I don't think they get a little scared when you're practicing your knife skills outside. You look cool though.
Catalina looks up from her book and it's just her face is like following y'all as you drive past, and she doesn't stop. She's gonna close her book, but she does not stop.
Okay, they're just gonna keep doing the knife tricks, I guess. That's okay. That's okay.
Well, I'm glad that everyone made it in one piece.
Umami
Surprised
obnoxiously. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm surprised that car could take you anywhere.
Yeah, Umami obnoxiously just like cups their ear and is just sort of like, "What are you saying? You goth whispering,
Whispering?
trying not to say something."
And Umami immediately ruins it for everyone.
Why don't you come over here and I could tell you a little bit louder?
Umami jumps out of the duck boat, whether or not we've parked, just from the open window. And how tall is Catalina?
Oh, like 5'4.5".
5'4.5". Umami is like 5'11", 6 or something. I cannot remember. So just like looking purposefully over Catalina like a creep. Yeah.
And then as Catalina sits up, she's wearing combat platform boots. So she goes up to like 5'7", but still just, I'm just glad you're here in one piece. And then as she's doing that, the butterfly knife closes and she puts it into her jacket pocket. I'm glad that you and Carlos are doing so great together.
What
Please
gave
don't put
you,
us in the same sentence.
what gave you that indication, Catalina?
Neither of you are dead, so.
If that is the sort of locus of control that we're going with interpersonal relationships, that neither person is dead and just like goes on this like philosophical like stupid shit thing, and like this is Umami.
Zero, hey, nice to see you. Totally just like walking away halfway through that rant.
Good morning, Catalina. But don't worry, even if they were in pieces, I would have brought them anyway. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I love your sense of humor.
Thank you. Not everyone laughs at my jokes, but you do. I always appreciate that about you.
And I appreciate you and always love hanging around for your experiments.
I have a few more we could try later. Maybe we could talk about it over brunch?
Absolutely. Where's Bellamy and Carlos actually?
I think they're trying to parallel park. It's
Okay,
a
you
little
wanna-
hard
You
with
want to
the
bring it
duck
back? You
boat.
gotta bring it back? No, you gotta keep bringing it back.
Wait, no, I'm gonna hit that other car.
No, you're not gonna hit the other car. The car is back out. It's way too far. You're good. You're good.
Carlos, I just took a defensive driving class. I'm going to hit the other car.
You're not gonna hit. It is 3 blocks away.
Yeah, this could take a while.
Maybe we should get a table.
God, I'm tempted to make you roll the first roll of the game with that. The parallel
it.
park.
Do it.
Do it.
You're it.
Get the duck boat towed.
I'm not gonna do it. Just because I feel like that'd be mean. Because
If that's a shatter roll, Aubrey, that would be great.
no, that would be a street roll
I'm gonna
if you
stream.
were to do it.
My street
I mean-
and my score is 5, so that would actually probably be fun. But we don't have to do it.
Yeah, no, you park fine. And then you head into the griddle. And the griddle is actually like, it's kind of a bit of a greasy spoon, but it's also like, it tries to be a little bit fancier than that. But it's your standard diner fare with like a little bit of a spin on it. The two owners of it, as I scroll back up to find my names again, Owen and Neil Thomas, they were big. They won one of those like cooking competition shows, and with this money, they moved back to their hometown and opened up this diner. It has always been their dream. So yeah, you see Owen back there in the kitchen, cooking, and sort of Neil is one of the people moving around, helping people getting things, and he waves at all of you and just says, take a seat wherever. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Good morning, Owen.
Morning.
Can you make me as many pancakes as you can?
Coming right up.
Yes.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary with a little hamburger on the top.
The drink?
What?
Hamburger on top of the drink?
Yeah, it's just like seated on top.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's. Never done that before.
Like a meat lid.
Don't say that.
Hate that.
That was actually horrendous.
Yep. There would also be coffee and things brought to. Yeah. I was about to make that joke too, Dusty. And so, you all get seated. Coffee and some food is brought out. And when Neil comes over with some of the drinks, he looks at all of you and just goes, "There seems to be one less of you today. Where's the one that's always chipper?
What do you mean Bellamy's right there?
Even more chipper, and then usually kind of like hanging off of that weird edgy one."
Our Jesus friend with the Satan boyfriend is off doing something out of town, so we gotta.
Can you not call him that?
Are they? Is that not a proper, like an appropriate, like similarity?
I think it's more Asmodeus.
What is that in reference to? Jesus or Satan?
Uh-huh. Catalina says drinking just the darkest coffee.
What are we doing again? As just like, I presumably people order and stuff.
We're having fun, Umami. We're having a nice brunch to talk about Serenity, I think. Or we're just having a nice brunch.
A bonding brunch.
A bonding brunch. That's right, Bellamy.
We are 100% here to talk about a job. Like, what did Serenity leave for us?
What did Serenity leave for us?
Serenity, I don't think they left anything for you. They just said to hold down the fort while she was gone. You people noticed that for being such a small, sleepy beach town, a lot of weird things happen here. It's like kind of a nightly thing. And as you're doing this, you do notice that one of you looks out the window and looks across the street, and there's an old antique shop across the street. And you all do notice that at some point in the last day or so, someone smashed one of the windows, and you see sort of this like middle-aged man you all know as Edmund Friday. He's out there with like a sheet and trying to tape up the shattered window until he can get it replaced.
Oh, what happened to the antique shop over there?
Well, maybe that's what we gotta figure out.
Even if it's nothing supernatural, we can go help out Edmund, right?
I mean, sure. Oh my god, Umami, would it kill you to do a good deed for once?
So my actions within not even this group. My actions as an individual again goes on to like a whole thing.
In the middle, just gets up and goes. She's like, all right, I'm done with the Umami speeches.
But the pancakes.
Zero, you can keep eating the pancakes.
You
guys
can take it to go.
Ooh, I was gonna take them to go. I wanted to see if I could give them sentient life at home.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean?
Would you eat them afterwards?
Probably, yeah.
You'd eat the thing that you've given life.
Well, I don't know. It depends on if they still looked good and could retain maple syrup.
Would a soul enhance the flavor? I don't want to get into this right now.
Well, that's what the research is all about.
Yes, okay.
I kind of want to take
put this in our calendar. Hey, maybe if you stream this, you'll get a lot of viewers.
Yeah, what if it like eating live pancakes and it's just like.
It could be what are they called? A co-stream?
Oh, you know what? That sounds pretty fun. We can plan this. Oh wait, there's a thing we have to do.
Hello, citizen.
You're all given all of your food to go, and Neil says that they'll put it on your tab. Do you have a tab?
Neil.
Who knows?
Probably.
Probably. It's under Serenity's name, actually.
Yeah. And yeah, you go and speak to the kindly. He just looks like a dad. Let's just put it this way. He just looks like a dad. And he looks over at all of you, just being like, "Oh yeah, the shop's open. Sorry about this. Someone broke in and took a bunch of stuff the other night, but still open for business."
Like, what did they take?
Still kind of cataloging, making sure nothing else was taken, but they took a couple of these like old books I got from an estate sale at the Ashdown residence, and maybe a couple candelabras. I'm not sure. Either that or I took them home. I don't remember.
Liberace fans. Like Liberace, like candelabras. This is a reference. I'm making a reference, Umami. To lighten the mood, seeing as this person was just robbed.
Tell us more about these books.
All right, I'll go fuck myself.
Honestly, I don't know too much. Like I said, I got them up at the old Ashdown Manor. When last time Ryan Ashdown was in town, he was selling off a bunch of his father's old books.
So his father.
I bought a couple of boxes of them.
Father's estate, you said?
Yeah. He came back when his father passed away and was selling off all of his old stuff. He's one of those fancy movie star kind of person and just like lives out in LA most of the year.
Okay, well, should I do like a shadow roll to see if there's anything I can do for the glass?
Sure. Would you try to what do you want to do?
Like a
is the
magic
question.
tech mending kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, you could. You might also learn more things about it. He does mention that he also mentions that the books were weird. People were interested in them, but because they were all written in this sort of archaic language that he wasn't sure it could have been Latin. He didn't take it in school.
I got my number, which is 2, so that's it.
2?
It's the same.
If you roll exactly, you strike a balance on the razor's edge between knife and knowledge, street and shadow. You get a flash of insight into the situation. You can ask me a question, And the questions are, can be like, what are they really feeling? What are their intentions? How can I get them to blank? What's the best light of blank? What's the biggest threat here? How can I end this quickly? Or just anything you might want to know. And it always counts as success. So, if you want to shadow magic the glass back together.
Yeah, that would be great. As far as the question goes, I guess, what is sort of... I've been playing too much D&D. I immediately was like, detect evil and good. Like, what kind of residue of like an aura or any sort of small investigative physical tracking? Like, is there some kind of indication of what this could have done this?
You can definitely tell as you like put everything back together. It was sort of someone used like magical force to shatter this glass.
Oh shit. All right.
And he pulls up the tarp and just looks like, I don't know how you did it, but thank you.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Yeah, that might be easier than just trying to normally mend people's bones. If I could do that.
My God. All right.
Like with our bones? No?
When Umami, none of you know if they are looking directly at y'all or not ever. Which is fun for them mostly. Umami is just sort of like, I guess as Edmund like goes back inside the shop or whatever, just so that Umami can talk to the entire group. So magic force shattered that place, and I'm assuming the Ashdown people got their hands on some books that maybe they shouldn't have had, or maybe, who knows? I'm thinking that just might be our next stop.
Oh, magical books, you say? Well, I'm definitely interested.
You can do a lot of things with a magical book. I think we should try to find it. It's probably not good news that somebody was trying to steal magical books. Usually that comes right before the city almost gets destroyed.
Well, we can't let that happen.
Again,
yeah. Yeah, again.
All right, if that's the case, then should we head over?
Back to the Duckboat!
To the Duckboat! So where do you want to head? Do you want to... I wanted to make sure I knew where you guys were headed.
The manor, if that's cool with everybody.
Ashdown Manor? Yeah, you can. So you're all climbing back into the Duckboat and driving over to the manor. This is a very interesting sight. I love it. So you all know that various backstory about the town is back in 1850 or so, the town was established by Wilson Ashdown, the great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of Ryan Ashdown. And it was like incorporated sometime around the same time. And so you all, it's Ashdown's big importance. They used to, back when this was like mostly fishing, they had their hands in that. They, owned all of like the fishing trawlers and stuff. But now mostly it's just tourism in there. They kind of just coast on their name. And so you get up to the mansion, it's just this very elegant Victorian affair, very fancy. And do you knock?
Somebody more approachable looking knock.
I'll do it. I'm approachable. Zero skips up the drive.
I'll follow. And Carlos
do you think that... Is there anything off about the manor, or is it just as it normally looks?
Well, why don't you give me a shadow roll?
Ooh, where I lost my dice for 2 seconds. They're literally right in front of me. All right. I rolled rolled
Mhm.
over my number, which was 2. So I 3 out of 2. I rolled over my number.
You rolled over your number. So Shadow, you want
Yes, I
to
did.
roll over, so you have 1 success.
Excellent.
Yep. And also, I will say if because you can get more dice as well. So if you can add 1 more d6 if you're prepared, and 1 more d6 if you're an expert. Which you can always ask, like, you know, and it can play back into like, what are you good at? So if you are prepared or an expert, you can add it. And if anybody decides to aid, you can also get another d6.
Understood. I don't know if 0 is any of those things. They're just happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But you still succeeded, so you do learn something. And yeah, it looks pretty normal. It's a mansion, but you get like the feeling of this place may not be anymore, but was once very magical. And that somebody in the history was a very powerful wizard or sorcerer or magic user of some kind. But it does feel like it's been a while, so you can feel like these leftover old runes, and you know you can feel the magic, but it's like it is very, very faint and very weak.
It's like this whole place is dead. Carlos, what do you think that means?
You know, it could mean a lot of things. It could just mean like a place is old, or you know, like a place is, you know, haunted. Maybe, you know, not anything crazy.
Okay. And they knock on the door.
It's a few minutes later, and this girl, she probably looks about 18 or so. She has sort of this like dirty blonde hair that's in like that's in like braids, and she looks like she's wearing like just sort of like lazy clothes, like just loungewear. Like, she opens the door and just being like, "Hi, can I help you?"
Yes. Hi. We are from Duckboat Services, and points to the duckboat behind us.
0
hi.
nods encouragingly.
Right, doom
And-
duck boats. Bellamy whispers in the background.
And we are. Something was taken from us. We had an antique over at what's the antique shop's name?
Friday's Antiques.
Friday's Antiques, and it was mixed in. I think it was something that might have been taken from your place, from our place. So we're just like trying to evaluate what's been taken and what hasn't from maybe antique shop, from us, from our Duckboat, which is very precious to us, and like from yours. And we just needed like, do you remember what you sold to Friday's Antiques, just so we can see like what's been missing from the Duckboat, from the antique shop, and
I'm not sure, but I can call my dad. I know he sold a bunch of granddad's old stuff. You know, she like looks at either of you, and she's like, I guess you can come on in while I call my dad and see if he knows what he sold.
Yeah, that'd be great. Do you mind if one of our friends, Umami, horrible bladder, terrible, ugliest bladder you ever
We
seen?
all have to use the bathroom really bad.
Yeah, come on in. We got like 6 bathrooms here. You're fine. It's a
Great.
mansion. And you know, this girl, she you know, she opens the door, and she like heads, you watch as she goes up the stairs, and she's like probably heading to where her phone is.
What is it about rich people that just let them think that they could? They really don't think anything about 5 strangers coming in their house?
Yeah, you know,
What?
it is odd, and my story was flimsy at best. So, you know, maybe we're just being lucky.
The only thing that you got right is that I am susceptible to UTIs, and I do have to use the bathroom.
Oh my god, go!
I'm going to go to the bathroom. That's probably in the library. Where is the library?
You're not sure. Cameron is gone. She is, you do not see her. So if you can either follow and ask or just start opening doors.
I want to start opening doors.
Cool. Roll a d6 just to see what door you open.
2.
The first door is a gym. It's very nice. It's got like everything that like one person might need to like work out.
Oh, Bellamy, you could totally get even more ripped than you already are in there.
Oh, I'll have to ask Cameron when she comes back if we're like allowed to use her gym.
Funny enough, I think they said that you're allowed to. Just on a whim.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't stare if you wanted to like bench press a couple 100 pounds.
Elbows both Zero and Catalina be like, come on. We would definitely won't stare. But there is that dumbbell right there. Just lift up real quick.
Yeah. Bellamy is like, oh, well, I guess if it's like in the way or something, I could do that. And they will go over and do so.
Yeah.
You could throw it as hard as you possibly can so I could see the extent of the human condition and strength at its highest peak form.
I think that might be dangerous, Zero.
You know
That's
what?
okay.
You're so right. That would be dangerous. That's why you should do an underhanded toss to like just that one spot over there.
Is there a pile of like mats or something?
Yeah, there's like a pile of mats. It looked like because my brain was like, it's gymnastics. There's a word for like one thing you use to practice with that. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but there is one of those because that's one of the things the Cameron was using before you interrupted her.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to ruin her setup, but I will like gently throw this large dumbbell.
Yep. It is not a yeet, but it's a toss. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You toss it. It has been tossed.
Zero writes something down furiously in a notebook.
And you hear the sound of somebody coming back down the stairs. And Cameron is just like, wow, there's more of you than I expected. But so my dad said he sold a bunch of books to the antique store, a bunch of my great granddad's old stuff. He just thought they were weird. They were like weird books. Great granddad was a bit into the occult. And my dad didn't really like want that around the house because it's just weird when you have parties.
So true.
Did your sort of great grandfather have any people that may want to get those books off of his hands and maybe, I don't know, maybe once they became actually accessible in some fashion, they would do harm?
She like looks and she's like, it's really weird because you aren't the first person this week to ask me that question.
That specific question or just in general?
Well, just the question about like a great granddad's old books.
Who asked?
Like I didn't think
Who asked first?
I mean, you're the second people to come here, but a couple of days ago, some girl about your age, like roughly all the same age, she had purple hair, glasses. I don't know, she didn't give her name. She just asked if, we had these books, and I told her no. But my dad sold them to the antique store.
Would any of us know somebody who looks like that?
I think anybody who wants to can make a street roll.
I'm really bad at street.
I rolled my exact number.
I rolled under my number.
Was anyone else gonna roll?
I rolled a 5, and that's my straight is 1. So, I mean,
1?
sorry, not 1, but yeah.
I have a 1.
I rolled my exact number, which is 5.
5. So did everyone succeed?
I failed.
Or I failed? You failed?
If we hit our exact number, does that count as a success?
That counts as success, and you get extra.
Ooh, la la.
You can ask me one question, and I have to answer it honestly. So if you got that, you have a question. If you did not succeed, it just doesn't sound familiar to you. You don't, doesn't sound like anybody. Yes, for those who succeeded, you remember there was a brief time where Onyx and Serenity were broken up for several months, and Serenity was hanging around with this girl with purple hair. And you remember her name was Clover. That's what you might remember. And yeah, that's about what you remember. But anybody who rolled their exact number, you can ask me a question. It can be, doesn't have to be, it can be related to this. It can, what are they really feeling, intentions, how can I get to them, what's the best way to blank, what's the biggest threat here, how can I end this quickly? Doesn't have to be limited to that, so you can ask.
Why did Clover and Serenity stop hanging out?
You remember they stopped hanging out around the same time that Serenity and Onyx got back together.
Uh-oh.
I guess my question, do I remember if we hung out with Clover, if they were into certain things that might be more occulty?
Oh, they were definitely a witch.
Oh, okay, dope.
Mm-hmm. And I think someone else rolled their number as well.
I think
it was Alex, and that was his question.
Ooh.
Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you have some information now.
I think Carlos turns to the mentioner, is like, oh my god, thank you so much for your information. We really appreciate it. Duckboat services, if you ever need Duckboat services, you can always ask for a discount. Okay, bye. It just runs out.
Bellamy is going to chase after him. And when they catch up, say, I bought that sponsorship on your show, on your streams. Have you been saying Duckboat services? And they'll sort of gesture at their chest, which they are wearing a tank top that just says Bright Doom Duckboats on it. It matches the very prominent logo on the actual Duckboat itself.
What was the question?
Have you been calling us just Duckboat services? I wanted to make sure that your audience, we bought that sponsorship. I don't want them looking for the wrong Duckboat services.
Yeah, Carlos definitely was fucking you up this entire time. Just no, just for that, that bit right there. I was just giving a pseudo name, that way we can get inside, but don't worry, from not gonna mess it up from now on. We're good.
Oh, okay, great, cool, thanks.
Send a tweet out real quick about righteousness.
Well, sounds like we know who to find.
Who are we finding? I
We
don't
still
talk
have
to
go on the
women.
Duckboat.
Not on purpose. Yeah. It just doesn't happen.
Because you're shy.
No, it's because Umami's crusty.
Okay. Let's just go on the Duckboat. Bellamy knows the way, probably.
Does Bellamy know the way?
I was gonna say, wait, where are we going?
Okay, so I think we remember the purple hair person sounds like Clover, who Serenity dated a bit while they were broken up with Onyx. You know, love triangles, things like that. Kind of crazy how many love triangles happen in this town, you know?
They really should consider just like polyamory, but
Yeah, you know, you think it'd be easier, but they're weird. Yeah, so that reminds me of Clover, and Clover was like a witch, if I remember correctly.
Most definitely.
So probably they're doing the occult stuff.
I can't
So I-
believe Serenity would have dated someone who stole things.
Is that
Uh,
the
yeah.
bar?
Bellamy, do you hang out with us? You're very okay.
I mean, we've all been stealing brunch from Serenity for like 2 years now, so I've never paid that tab.
Is it stealing or is it pushing off the burden to another?
She's rich. You can handle it.
They're called the chosen one for a reason, right? The chosen one of
Chosen
brunch.
one of having good credit. Let's go find this person then, because those books I already have a strong feeling should not be out there.
Okay, if someone can direct me to, what do we think, Clover's home? Has anyone been to Clover's home?
Where are some places witches hang out, gang? Let's see.
Oh, 1 second. Catalina from her fanny pack pulls out a small journal. It's like, bowling alley, abandoned library, Denny's. Where do we need to go?
Is there an actual abandoned library in town, or you're just saying that?
These are just notes, for reasons.
Okay. Witches love coffee. Witches love comics. Witches love cameras.
I mean, you can always see if anyone has seen Clover recently.
That's too easy, but that's the correct answer.
You're like, they like all of these things. I'm like, normal people also like all of these things.
Witches are more multifaceted than I expected.
Mhm.
All right.
It's either that, or you can also make a shadow roll to see if you know, if you might know any place off of the top of your head that witches might congregate.
I want to make a shadow
I
roll.
failed my street to remember Clover. Like, I think Umami does not even, like, sometimes forgets what Onyx looks like because just doesn't interface with them more than they do Serenity. So I don't even know if I could do the shadow roll. And also, Umami's so smart, so stupid. So
Yeah.
But Ari, would you say I'd be prepared for this, being goth excellence and stuff? Maybe even an expert.
I'd say you're at least prepared.
Well,
And
it's-
yet again, if anybody would like to aid Catalina, you gotta tell me how you do it.
Okay, I rolled a 6, which is what I did.
Ah.
Yeah, so I got a 6.
You yet again, there are a few places that you know that just through experience that you've seen some rituals done at. Sometimes rituals are done on the beach, but that's usually late at night, usually somewhere near some sort of equinox. There is this strange area in the park that has this like dead tree that, you know, nothing else, nothing like, it's like this like one area that's dead tree that they've never cut down, and nothing else seems to grow in this area. there is like one of those new age magic shops here. There are a few other places. The school is like really like a hub of magical energy for some reason. The high school.
Okay, yeah, I think Catalina's like kind of going through is like, oh wait, actual witches, all right, not the ones that just played on TV, as cute as they are. So there's a dead tree in the park. Just the aesthetic, the vibes are just on point. There's the magic shop, cards and cats. They don't have any cats there. It's very poor advertising, but maybe there, or the high school for whatever reason. Probably just passing it off as
The
a
magic
project.
shop, right?
That's the puberty.
You're right.
What?
Huh?
The puberty, that's where the strong magical vibes come from. It's well documented research.
The magic shop, right?
We could try that.
Yeah, let's just try. Duckboat time.
To the magic shop.
Yeah, the magic shop.
To the magic shop.
Yeah.
What incenses do we smell all at once?
Like literally, there's like, you can't. There's so many that are burning. You can't pick it out. Like, there's like a small puff of like smoke when you like open the door, and you're all hit with like sandalwood, and I suddenly forgot what kind of scents incense are.
Like lavender.
There's a lot of sandalwood,
rain.
lavender, yeah, dragon's blood.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah. And then there is like there's like a person behind the counter. You know, they're really into the whole witch thing. You know, they're wearing like a black dress and a black hat. And you know they look very distracted. And they like look up and they're just like, "Oh yeah, hi, welcome in. How can I help you?"
Are you a real witch?
Why, of course I'm a real witch.
Do you know somebody by the name of Clover?
You know, she's just like, I don't know, I don't really make a habit of learning people's names.
Purple hair, kind of cute
Purple
on Tuesdays.
hair. I don't know, maybe purple hair sounds familiar.
Can we, is there a possible, well, actually, wait, did Zero want to say something? Sorry. Zero?
Oh, no, sorry. I was muted and talking. There we go. Nope, I'm good. Zero is kind of, I think they've gotten rather distracted by the shiny crystals in
There's
here.
so many shiny crystals.
There's so many, and they're getting a little distracted by them.
Bellamy is looking around, smelling the different incense. Like, I wonder if the Duckboat tours would go better if they were scented. We could get a different one for all the different like regions of the town.
Oh, you could hang some crystals off of your back room mirror to, you know, siphon sunlight into the eyes of other drivers on the road so that you're the only driver on the road. It would really hike up tour sales, I think.
That's a really good idea.
Can
Dash.
can we is it possible to find in some capacity like what is she looking at, what is she distracted at, or should I just ask her?
I mean, if you want to roll for it, you can.
Damn, would that be street though?
What should you roll? Oh, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that is a
Okay.
street roll.
So I have to get a 1 and only that.
Mhm.
I do not do that. I'm just like,
Well, could we maybe help out, and like Catalina is gonna distract them, just keep talking to the witch, just like, so like, what's like your favorite smell and or magical spell to cause havoc in the city?
It's just like, why would I want to cause havoc? You know, did
Aren't you ever tired of just being nice?
it's just like, but why would I cast a spell to cause havoc? That would totally just put things out of alignment.
Because it's fun.
And she's like, well, maybe I did cast a hex on somebody once, but you know.
Oh, tell me more.
And she, because I'm not nearly knowledgeable enough in this, she sort of starts describing a ritual that how much experience do you have with occults and things like that?
They've read in the novelizations of the Vampire Diaries. Their favorite author is Edgar Allan Poe,
oh,
and Sabrina the Teenage Witch is like their jam, but they don't tell anyone about that.
I'm gonna ask, would you have seen The Craft?
Oh, absolutely. That's super like.
Yeah, she starts describing that ritual they did at The Craft.
Nice, and that's distracting enough for Mommy to get like help, right?
Yes. Umami, what are you attempting to
I think
do?
at this point, talking or like I'm trying to understand a person is never what I was put on this earth to do. So I think I want to do some sort of like magical check or some perception, if there is magical residue or maybe like back room. Like, is there anything coming off of potentially hidden places?
Hidden places. Yeah. You can, because of Catalina's aid, you can roll again. You can roll one more dice to see if you.
So, I failed on my best. I was because presumably I rolled for shadow, right? Or is that street again? No, it's street again, right?
So were you trying to, like, because that street would be like if you're trying to get a feeling of her and you know that, but like if you're just like looking around and trying to find some stuff, like find out knowledge.
Yeah. So my first roll was for street, which was to try to get to understand why she's distracted, or like what is sort of the body language of like, is it a crush? Is it like fear? Is it like blah blah blah? But I did roll a 1, so I do pass that if we're using street.
If we're using street, yeah, and you're trying to do that, she's not like trying to hide anything. You just is somebody may be partaking on the job. I looked this up. Medical marijuana is a thing in New Jersey.
I totally forgot we were in New Jersey. This makes so much sense now.
It's also like a witch shop. Who's gonna fucking stop her?
Yeah, it's like you are probably the first people in here this morning. Yep, she has that sort of distant stare of somebody who is maybe a little high right now.
Okay, well, folks, she's high, so I don't know how helpful she's gonna be right now. Huh?
Should we scare her?
No. Let's not scare her. Okay, I
Why
think
not?
because that's not.
She is very distracted, describing the ritual from the craft as if she has done it herself to Catalina. If anybody else wants to look around the store.
let's just maybe take a look around. Let's see if she has like a log or something, or like a customer base, and I try to look for that.
Yeah. Give me a. That's gonna be a shadow.
You go
roll.
behind the counter.
Oh fuck! I'm not good at that.
And I will say that Catalina is aiding, so you can get that extra dice. And if anybody else wants to try to aid, they get extra dice as well.
So I rolled a 6, which is above my number. So I got very lucky.
For shadow, you want to roll over. So yes, you do succeed. If you want, you can roll a second. Did you roll 2? Because
No, I only rolled.
if you roll a second one and if it doesn't succeed, it doesn't hurt you. But if it does succeed, you get extra.
Okay, let's see. Big one, no whammy. Big one, no whammy. No, that's a 1.
Okay. So yeah, you find, she's very distracted, and you see that, her register is like one of those, like, it's essentially a glorified iPad with like a square on it, like one of the little square thingies that you could run cards on it, and it's just sitting on the counter.
Okay, Mommy, you're good at hacking, right?
Sorry.
Don't yawn in my face while I'm talking to you. It's like super. Do you think you can hack that square?
All right.
All right, then do that.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to basically like hack into the store's Wi-Fi, and through that, some sort of like magical insertion of my arcane knowledge, and then just get that file, get like some kind of PDF of the attendance or log into my personal.
Yeah. Because I will say you are an expert on this, so you get to roll that extra d6. And I will say, Catalina is still assisting everybody by keeping the person distracted. So
Incredible.
You can roll 3d6.
Okay, so I succeed. Just a success, yeah. Oh, I have 2 successes actually.
2 successes. There's usually she has just finished describing that one ritual and is describing other magical spells from the craft. And you are in this iPad in the square, and it's like one of those things where it's like it's got a loyalty program. Like the more you come back and you enter your phone number, you get points, and the points get you things. And everybody is signed up with their names, phone numbers, and
Look at
emails.
that. Wow.
And yes, there is Clover.
What did Clover buy?
Clover has bought recently, in the last couple of days, she came in for some ritual candles, and some just sort of basic ritual components.
When people buy candles, it's never for a good thing. But we have her phone number now and email.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, Mommy.
Yeah. I don't know how to take compliments from you.
And I think Zero just smiles really big and gestures to see the phone number so they could text Clover.
Why don't we say something like, Carlos, how do we kind of draft something that's like, hey, we're Serenity's friends or something like that? Or maybe we don't want to say that?
Would I have been on good terms with Clover? Would any of us have been on terms with her?
I mean, I don't know if any of you hung out with her enough to be on good terms, but I'll say you're not on bad terms.
Probably.
So yeah, I was be like, hey, Kelly, do you want to text Clover and be like, hey, try to hang out?
Yeah. I think like they see that you got some stuff, and so Callie's gonna talk to. Do we get the cashier's name?
The cashier's name is Bridget.
Bridget. They're like, well, Bridget, this was lovely. We really got to go, and it's like, here, just hit me up whenever. We could talk more about your spells. Bye.
Bye. Hey, have a good day.
Don't craft yourself into a mess.
I won't.
It's like, oh, okay, so what's going on? We got stuff?
We hacked in. And by we, I mean Umami.
We got Clover's number.
Nice. Oh, nice. Did you
I think
want
so,
me to
because
hit them
maybe
up?
we're trying to do like a lure situation.
Oh, okay. And they're gonna from their phone just like text. Clover's like, hey Clover, miss you lots. Do you want to hang out sometime soon? Maybe grab a coffee at the cafe, just girly things. Haha.
Stinger. Oh God. You do not get a reply, but you do get the message has been read.
Ouch.
Ouch, Catalina.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Can we?
Oh, it's fine.
Is it?
It's fine. But they've read it. Is there any way to
Yeah.
Umami, you do hacking stuff?
If
You could,
Clover's
yeah,
a
right? You
dumbass
know
and
this
has
shit.
location on iPhone, it's easy as shit, easy as pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many? This is Shadow. How many dice should I roll?
This is Shadow, and I will say, you were probably prepared, and you're
Yeah.
probably the expert at
Incredible.
this, so you get those 3 dice.
But I succeed on. I have 3 successes, and one of my dice is my number exactly.
It is a critical
Poggers.
success. And
Yes,
you get
let's
to
go.
ask, and you get to ask me something. But you see, you pull it up, and Clover is in a graveyard, probably not necessarily several blocks from here, but you're sort of watching as it's her little thing is pretty not moving in the middle of this graveyard. And yes, you have a question if you want to ask it.
Is it okay to ask my party for the question, or is it specifically? Yeah. What kind of
Yeah,
question
if
should
you
I
wanna
get out
do
of
that,
this
that's
situation,
fine.
guys?
Is there anything? Maybe a good question could be like, is there anyone or anything special buried there?
Yeah. Are there important people to this town buried in the graveyard? And I think I'm thinking of Ashdown.
Yeah.
OG Ashdown.
Mhm. He would definitely be buried there. And you do know that Serenity's chosen one predecessor
Oh.
is also buried there. Because it works very similar to Buffy. Is if they do die before they are destined to save the world, someone else gets picked. And it was another girl who is here because things are very centered around here for some reason. So it's been someone else earlier on. A few years ago, got killed, and it passed to Serenity.
Fuck. Okay. Somebody's trying to unearth Jesus. We gotta head to the graveyard, y'all.
Doesn't Jesus do that
I didn't
himself?
read the Bible. I don't know. It's. I don't read fiction.
Oh, gosh, that's just like, at least you got the right vibes, whole thunder. Oh, it's so exciting.
Okay, let's just
I
go to the
have always.
graveyard. What's up, Zero?
Well, I think I would like to go too, if only to take research notes about how one might, defy death. If we could hurry up, actually, it's a very interesting research topic, and I'd like to get there as soon as possible.
Okay, a lot of death going around here today. Maybe let's prevent something of that sort,
And steal their research notes to do it on Twitch. Carlos, you're a genius.
I do need content.
That's a mood,
Variety
though.
streamer. Necromancy.
Yeah, that's
Maybe it'll work.
All right.
Bellamy, stop sniffing. Stop
All
sniffing
right.
the incense. We gotta go.
Bellamy,
What incense do you think would match the cemetery area tour?
Jasmine.
You know, jasmine is good. Maybe some basil. Yeah.
Bellamy has purchased one of each incense
my
and will light
God.
the jasmine as we head on our way.
Yep, the duckboat smells like jasmine as you you drive the few blocks over to the cemetery.
Hey everybody, Aubrey here with a fun little announcement. Goblets and Gaze is now an affiliate over at Adventure Dice, and we know how much we all love those math rocks. So if you need some new math rocks in your life, go over to adventuredice.ca and in the checkout code, enter our promo code GOBLETS for 10% off. But also, they have dice. They have other TTRPG accessories and tabletop goodies, dice trays, condition rings, and things like that, little spell casting stuff. Great stuff there. Go check them out and support our show. Thank you.
And it's a cemetery. Because it is also so close to a beach, most of the there's not a lot of them are actually underground. There are a lot of like mausoleums and stuff, simply because whenever there might be a flood or anything like that, the bodies would come up.
Hate that.
Oh,
Yeah,
horrible.
I'm not
because
a fan.
this place is kind of on sea level, kind of below sea level at certain spots.
Oh, graves.
Suck in New Jersey.
Yep. So yeah, you park and yeah, there's the cemetery.
Do we see anybody out there in the cemetery?
There is why don't you make me do you want to be stealthy about it, or do you just want to run in metaphorical guns blazing?
How dumb are we?
Well, it will be knives blazing as as Catalina opens up her jacket and it's like, okay, who else needs a knife? And you see like 10 knives.
Okay, we can't.
Don't worry, I have my scalpel with me.
Why do you all
Big
have
fish.
Should we
sharp
have like
objects with
units?
you?
Because I can be comms. I can hide away, and then maybe somebody approachable can talk to Clover about, hey, what the fuck's up with those books? And then the rest of us can be damage control or something.
Catalina, you and her are kind of friends, right? Like, you can. I mean, the one thing I learned from the craft is that rituals are better with friends, so you could offer to help.
That's what you learned from the craft?
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, we're friends, totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could go up and talk to them. Don't worry, I have enough knives on me.
Somebody
It's
go
fine.
with Catalina.
Okay,
Somebody go with
Carlos,
Catalina.
did you need
Carlos,
one?
you want to go with? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Catalina, I'll go with you because I'm afraid that you're gonna walk up and stab her. I'm gonna be so honest.
What?
Like, if I genuinely this is me, heart to heart right now, Catalina.
Mhm,
Were you going to walk up and try and stab her?
Not immediately. What's the fun in that?
Okay. Yeah, this is not boding well. Let's
But
try
it could be boating, Will. If we just drive up on her with a boat.
Through the
A duckboat.
graveyard over people's ancestors.
They have to be fair, they have routes and roads usually in graveyards, and this is like a really shitty graveyard.
Yeah, I'd say there are like roads and things like that, because like they gotta
Fair.
get the hearse in here somehow.
Carlos's head is just in their hands, just like, all right.
Okay. Carlos, Catalina,
Catalina,
you're a
why
unit.
don't we walk up?
Me and I don't know about the rest of you, but we're just gonna hide and we can be comms.
Okay,
Sounds-
I'll sit with you if that's what you really want.
Oh, do you two want to be alone? Okay, I'll go with the front unit then.
Oh, up to you, Bellamy. Although your smile is always appreciated wherever you go.
Oh, thanks.
Can we please just get in the graveyard?
So are you driving the duck boat into the graveyard?
Yeah, only if there are roads.
There are roads, because as I said, they have to get the hearse in there
Horses,
somehow.
yeah.
So again, I'm just this is a wonderful picture for me. So yeah, you drive the duck boat into the graveyard, and looking out for Clover, and you see someone over by one of the mausoleums.
Oh, that's probably them. Should we just... I'll just go walk over.
Yeah, well, let's go.
By the way, Carlos, Catalina's definitely just like, look at you, like, look at, like, I don't know if you have a shirt pocket or something, and she puts just like a pocket knife. It's like, there you go, just to be on the safe side, okay?
No, don't give me a knife. Don't give me a knife. He's just gonna make me nervous.
There you go. There you go. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's, you have to pull it out manually. It's not one of the switchblades, so no buttons involved. You're fine.
Okay, let's get a game plan, Gillian. Let's not tranquila, no craziness.
Fine. Look, just like Savas getting like, look, if you want to have extra evidence, why don't you go live? And we could get the VOD out of this. You know, one, you get content. Two, we get proof.
But what if that just means that people can copy the ritual then?
If you've seen the craft, you could copy the ritual.
Are we just reenacting? Is Clover just reenacting the craft? Is this what's happening here?
There is a lot of drama and exes and love plots in the craft, I think. Is that what they were about?
Yeah. I mean, you know, who could say what you could actually do with magical books? You maybe just need any kind of ritual.
Also, why have we all seen the craft? How are we all understanding this reference?
Movie reference. Like movie nights. We had a movie night together, and Catalina made everyone watch The Craft.
It's a fantastic film.
Yeah,
Out of
that's
game,
not a
I
movie
guess
you need
not
to
the
force
craft.
people to watch.
Out of game. I have not seen the craft. Is it a good movie?
Yeah,
All right, put it on the list.
yeah, it's a great movie. It's very gay.
All right. Okay, let's just walk up and just try this out.
So yeah, there is this your mausoleum, and then there is this sort of figure, sort of like hunched over. You can't really see much of him.
Clover.
And yeah, you're approaching this person, and you sort of just like hear like a murmuring, almost gurgling noise.
Clover. Hello.
And you are probably within reach. You smell decay. Doesn't smell great. And you're probably within like arm's length of this person, and you notice that there's also the smell of jasmine, because the duck boat is the smell of jasmine actually does quite a good job of covering the smell of death and decay. But this person, they're wearing like, they don't look great. Their clothes are a little bit old and ragged, and you can kind of hear the sort of gasping, gurgling noise that they're making.
Catalina, I think this is a zombie.
I think so too.
As you get closer, the sort of the figure stands up, and its like head turns all the way around to look at you.
Oh fuck! Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's a zombie. Great, wonderful. Catalina pulls out a switchblade.
Carlos starts fumbling with the blade that Gatling is like, okay. You said he's not a button?
Just pull it open, sweetie. It's fine. Just like go and it's like. I assume this thing is either coming towards us or they're
Slowly, arms outstretched, kind of backwards.
This is a zombie, right? Like, you
It's
know.
a zombie-ass zombie, and this might be the reanimated form of the previous chosen one.
This seems disrespectful.
And you notice that it's either something or like there looks like there's like a chunk of stuff that like hair that may be missing and other things. Someone's like taking a knife to this corpse.
Oh, such shoddy work. Let me show you how it's done. I want to knife this motherfucker.
Yeah, let's roll street. Let's roll some street. And I see you were prepared
Zero
and
and
an
I are just
expert.
watching
Yes,
from afar,
I
like,
am.
oh.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, definitely. Some kind of gay awakening happening in the Duckboat.
It's street, right?
Street. Yep.
Cool. So I got 2 successes.
2 successes. You succeed. And tell me how you do this. What you do?
I think it's really what Catalina's gonna do is, with a 2 practice motion, is gonna kind of like slice at the neck twice and then do a roundhouse kick and kick the head off.
Oh.
Yeah. You all watch that. You kick the head off, and sort of the body collapses to the ground. Whatever magical re-energy is reanimating this thing is still kind of working, but like it can't really do much with its head disconnected from the body, so it's kind of like twitching on the ground, and the head is like moving, and you hear the jaws snapping, but it's unable to get up or do much, and probably the magical energy that reanimated it will fade before too long.
From the Duckboat, Zero kind of stands up from where they were just crouched behind the door, I suppose. And they go, "Ooh, save the spinal fluid for me! Please save the spinal fluid!"
1 second. Throws up. And there's like, we should probably call maybe Zero can track something magic on it. Corpse. Gross. Cool kick. Hot.
Zero, Umami, come over here. It's fine. It won't attack you. Maybe you could find some magic. I need to clean my knife now. Okay, 1 second.
What? So Clover was nowhere to be found. Basically, it was just this zombie. Okay.
Yeah, as far as you're aware.
I'm sorry. Was the zombie like incapacitated, like disarmed in some sort of manner? Like, did we?
Yeah, the zombie is
Right, disheaded, decapitated.
Yeah.
I want to see, like,
Yeah,
just like search through
That's the word.
the zombie's clothing if there's any of that, and just be like, why the fuck was it tracking Clover, or did she leave already? Like, is there Clover's phone or something, blah, 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 that was Clover is on the zombie? God damn it.
You find Clover's phone when you look through the zombie, and it appears that there are chunks of clothing, there are chunks of hair, and maybe other things like blood and or spinal fluid missing, maybe. Things have been taken from the old chosen one before Clover decided to reanimate her.
The spinal fluid's gone, Zero.
Why did she...
No. I think Zero gets down, and while the mummy is like checking through the pockets and everything, they're gonna start doing like a rudimentary medical check. Balbo, can you please stop meowing? My God. They're gonna start doing like a rudimentary medical examination to see who exactly this is. Like, I know we're theorizing that it was maybe the previous chosen one. What exactly was taken? and potentially to what end? Like, what can those things do? They're also taking their own notes about how to create sentient life out of nothing, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Why don't you make me a shadow roll? And I see you are also prepared and you are the expert, so roll those 3d6s.
Beautiful. I got 3 successes, and one of them is my number.
Yeah. You learn quite a bit, and you have a question you can ask me. You can start with that, or so you definitely see is hair, clothing, blood. What remains of it was taken. And yeah, this it's not too far away. You can kind of see the busted open place where the old chosen one was. And this is definitely the previous chosen one that has been stuff been taken from. And yeah, and what is your question?
My question is, with the specific like things that were taken from this chosen one, does it seek to reason that our chosen one may be in some kind of danger of being hexed or cursed or manipulated in some kind of way?
That is a very, very good thought. And yes.
Zero, who has just been arm deep in zombie brain, just kind of leans back up and scratches their nose, leaves a little blood behind, and they go, I think Serenity is in grave peril.
Oh no. What makes you say that?
Well, considering that this part of the brain stem and the left tissue of the right aorta of the heart and the 3 ribs here, it's pretty much just like in the craft. It's some kind of bane spell, a hex, a very powerful curse that specifically will target the chosen one, considering that this is the former chosen one. And I think if we don't act fast, Serenity will probably also be the former chosen one. If Clover gets their way. Yeah, no, that's definitely what it's looking
pays
like
my
here.
bills, so I mean, Serenity.
Also, we want to prevent a person from being hexed,
Okay.
Considering the great brunch tab that we have going on right now, I order like a lot of pancakes. I really think it would be a huge detriment to my savings fund if I had to pay all that back.
And we want to save Serenity, right?
Yes, I am still very interested in getting some blood samples, yeah.
These neither were affirmations to my question.
Oh, do you need more affirmations? Carlos, I know that your streaming career will kick off. You just have to give it a little time.
All right, Zero, I appreciate that. The information I was looking for, but all right, let's go find Clover.
Dead tree in the park, and there is the high school. I'll let you know, it's still probably mid-afternoon,
Right.
so there are kids at the high school.
What's closer?
School is still in session.
Do we have to?
I would definitely say the park is closer.
Catalina, were you saying something?
No, don't mind me. I wasn't going to say anything important whatsoever.
To the Duckboat, to the
To
park,
the
to see
Duckboat.
the scary tree.
I think on the way, Zero takes out our group chat with Serenity in it and just goes, at Serenity, someone is trying to kill you, smiley face. And then they tack on, Clover is trying to curse you. Sorry, that might have been a little scary to receive as a text, smiley face.
Unfortunately, both of those texts do bounce back as unable to deliver to Serenity because apparently she is out of cell phone range at the moment.
Oh, that's not good, huh?
What? No, it's great. If the cell phones can't find her, then Clover probably can't find her.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
Do you think that maybe Clover has gone to get a Wi-Fi range extender to get to Serenity?
Clover is just has magic and has gotten tokens off of the respective parties here. Well, let's just head up the park and see what we can do.
It doesn't take that long. You drive into the park with the Duckboat Park, because you'll have to go through some. There's like a bit of a small. It's not really forest because it's not that big, but there's a bunch of trees and stuff. And in the center of them is the dead tree in the clearing that they've never cut down, and nothing ever grows in that clearing. And when you do, you don't see Clover. There's somebody there. It is a guy, probably about the same age as all of you, with wearing glasses, and he's got sort of messy auburn hair, and he's sitting next to the tree reading a book. He doesn't really pay you much mind as you.
Catalina.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a wizard?
Do we recognize him, or does Catalina recognize him?
Give me just a street roll. See if you recognize him.
Yeah, I got a success.
You've seen him around. He spent some time he works a couple of days a week at the coffee shop, and hangs around with a group of other people. You remember his name tag said Jack?
In character, kind of like, not like a wizard. Well, they make coffee, so kind of.
Wait, but you said that witches love coffee.
But wizards like tea.
Speaking as a wizard, I drink energy drinks.
You know what wizards like? G Fuel.
G Fuel. His podcast
is sadly not sponsored by G Fuel, but G Fuel, come on, email me back.
Something monster energy drink?
I would never.
Or hey, Monster.
I would never
Bottoms up
drink
and the
monster
devil
energy drink.
laughs.
All right. Jack? What are we...
Do you
before
call out
that,
to him?
I just sort of go, should we just approach? Is this...
All right, let me try this again. And Carlos starts walking on the Jack, so like, "Hey, Jack."
And he puts down his book and like looks up at you, adjusting his glasses and just being like, hey.
Hey, I know this is a abrupt question, and this is not to be like, we're kind of in a rush, so I can't really do this whole setup thing that I would normally do. But have you seen Clover, the witch?
Gonna need more than just the name, the witch.
Dated Serenity, broke up, kind of on a vengeance, definitely just broke into a antique store something, reanimated corpse, anything like that.
That sounds like a lot. But you still have what does Clover look like?
Purple hair?
I know somebody with purple hair. She passed through like 10, 15 minutes ago. I don't know. I was here reading. She broke a couple of branches off the tree, muttering something about breaking the bloodline, and then left.
And you were just cool with that?
I was reading my book. I like coming out here because it's, pretty. No one comes here. I can just not deal with customers and people for a bit and continue reading my book.
Again, though, but somebody walked by saying they're going to basically end a bloodline, and you said, "Damn, not my problem," I guess.
I don't know if the book's good enough.
Let's look.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean this is pretty like vibes, you know. I get it.
For the book, I'm looking over at my bookshelf because
I was gonna say, "Is it Diary of a Wimpy?"
no.
Stop.
So he shows you the book that I'm showing the book that I'm holding to the camera, like people can see it. He's reading A Particular Peril by Jeff Van
Nerd.
Dermeer. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of good. Long, so you know, I like coming out to places where nobody's gonna bother me, so I can read it.
Okay, cool. I guess now we have to stop somebody from ending a bloodline. Thanks for all your help, Jack. You know, I just like yeah.
I mean, good. I mean, you know, what's it worth to you?
What do you mean?
I could help more, but what's it worth to you?
Oh,
Well-
you're trying to extort us.
Nice, hot. Like I dig it. I mean, what's it worth to you? Like, I mean, besides the destruction of the whole town and possibly the world, but you know.
If you don't fucking help us, Jack, I'm gonna sacrifice your dick and balls to fucking Satan.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I have lots of knives. They could do it.
Zero
I'm
knots.
fairly certain we have 2 back alley surgeons in this group
Oh.
right now.
Well. Oh, that would be something for sure. You know, he takes off his glasses and puts them in sort of the pocket of his shirt and looks at all of you and just goes, well, said something about the conflux of power and conflicts of power and something ritual, something full moon, which you know is tonight.
Are you going to the school then? Conflicts of shit.
Something this is all for her.
Is she trying to become the chosen one?
Yeah. Seems like a jealous, maybe thing.
Well, if she's doing it for her, maybe she's trying to help Serenity. I mean, does Serenity like being the chosen one?
She's pretty famous.
And you know, again, getting cursed in any way, shape, or form isn't great in general.
It's hard to tell. Like, Serenity always sort of seems like that perpetual ball of sunshine.
You know, let's just stop anybody from cursing one of our friends. I think that's the key here.
And we can ask Clover when we find them.
True.
True. All right, so they ran through here 15 minutes ago. Do you think we could chase them down with the duckboat?
Oh, well, ran is...
Fuck!
They opened a portal, and they ran through that.
Okay, see, that's
And
a
you
key
were
piece of
fine with that?
information that you didn't include. All right. So now you see
Oh,
why I'm upset. You see why I'm upset.
Oh, come on. It's like it's an even exchange. I'm giving you a lot of free information that I don't have to give you. Usually
And I
charge
really,
for this
really
stuff.
like back alley surgeries. So,
Again, this is why I'm giving you this information.
You know what, Umami? Take their balls.
No, we
Carolina
don't have
from
time.
Motherland.
We don't have time to take this person's fucking balls. We gotta
Is
go
that
to
a
the
promise?
Anyway,
Calling our bluff. Nice. So yeah, we should head to the school, right? That's probably where the conflicts, because that has the most magical energy.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
what a fucking freak. What
You
is it
have
at this
no
point?
idea.
Is it this point somewhat closer to the end of the school day?
Yeah, it is getting closer to the end of the day. It's probably mid-afternoon by this point. So it's either school's about to
Right,
get out
okay.
or we'll be out
We
by the
gotta
time
go.
you arrive.
All right. I
To
guess
the
we should,
duckboat.
to the
To
duckboat. Fuck
the
you, Jack.
duckboat.
Catalina does like a motion, like call me to Jack as they're leaving.
Are you fucking
He gives you a wink.
serious?
Carlos is flipping off Jax the entire time.
Catalina, you could do better.
Yeah, I know. It's fun this way.
Enjoy him
Maybe I
before he
get to
doesn't have
stab
balls
someone, you
anymore.
could say. Wonderful. Okay, Bellamy, we should zoom. How fast can this thing go?
Oh, I mean, it really goes faster in water.
Is there a lake between us and the school?
No. So I imagine
Aubrey,
this
how
thing
could you?
Not even a man-made pollution lake, New Jersey. Come on.
No, you're right next
All
to the
right, fair.
ocean.
What if, and here's a whole hypothetical, we take the duck boat onto the ocean, there's a ramp.
No.
We ramp up, crash into the school.
Is this for your channel?
Yes
God
and no.
damn
This
it.
is both an in and out of game
To the
question.
school in the duck boat.
To the school, to the duck boat, to the school. And you all head there. As you pull up to the school, you watch as like the last couple school buses are leaving for the day. Maybe some teachers are around here finishing up their work, but for the most part, all the students are gone. It's a high school.
All right, so should we just all charge in, or should we have an actual plan?
Where do we go?
Is there a way? I don't know. I'm trying to think of is it the entire high school is magical, or is there maybe a specific center point? Because if we can pinpoint a room, yes. All right.
That sounds like a shadow roll.
Just one dice. All right.
Yeah, just one
I
dice.
pass. Just one success.
Yeah. The gym is really where like all
gym.
of the magical energy meets.
There has to be some kind of like back entrance or something for that usually. If we want to pretend that we're volunteers, we have to give them our fucking
Yeah,
ID
generally.
or whatever. Like we have to sign a name. Little name
You have to wear
badges.
those-
God damn
Yeah,
it.
those little name badges too.
Who's charming?
Oh, no,
What?
I'm the assistant volleyball coach.
I'll allow it.
I'm the assistant. Thank you, Aubrey. I'm the assistant
That's
volleyball
hilarious.
coach. I help out with the team on Thursdays. That's why I know that the latent magical energy here is caused by puberty. Yeah, it's pretty much like hell on earth. So it exudes a lot of potential for, pretty much the worst evils of the world. Yeah.
The highs and lows of high
Well,
school
all right then.
football.
Just imagining Zero as the assistant volleyball coach.
I think they do a quick change on the boat into their assistant volleyball uniform.
I didn't know you played volleyball, Zero. We should play sometime.
Oh, I'd love that. I'm pretty sure that if you hit me with the volleyball, you'd break all my bones, but that would be kind of an interesting experience, so I don't think I'd mind.
How did they let you in this place?
Oh.
I have a very good, C has forgotten every single volleyball term in the world. I have a very good spike. Shall we?
Yeah. And I mean, it's not a Thursday, but yeah, no one's gonna.
Yeah,
You just be like, these
we're
are my
just
assistants.
volunteering or something. Like we're checking out the area. What are you just? Yeah,
Checking
just set
out
us up, Zero.
Uh,
I'm a little bit less good at setting, but I will spike you all in. Yes.
So you head to the gymnasium. Is there anything anyone would like to do to prepare or anything like that before?
Let's see. I mean, if possible, my little watch tracker situation, if I could just have some sort of screen, holographic or otherwise, that is scanning for like powerful magic. Okay.
Yeah. It is definitely pointing you towards the gym. So yeah, you all head to the gym, and are you going through the main entrance or the
That's
back entrance? What is it?
Sort of. Yes.
She said.
I'm
Sorry.
I
Yes, that was very
asked the group,
childish.
should we go
No,
with
you're
the
good.
volleyball thing or should we just go in? Because nobody's gonna be here. Maybe some people are gonna be here.
Well, why don't we start
Okay.
with volleyball and then go from there?
Spike us in.
Yep. You approach the set of doors to get into the gymnasium, and you pull on them, and they appear to be
One of you has to know how to
locked
fucking pick
from
this
the
lock.
inside.
Oh, I'm really good at opening
Bellamy?
doors.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does
Yeah.
Bellamy pick a lock? Tell me.
With their arm muscles, they just sort of jiggle the door and then they try and kick it open
Mhm.
if it doesn't open.
Yeah. Give me a street roll. And I will say you're prepared and the expert because I want to see
Yes.
what happens here.
That is 2 successes.
Bellamy has stolen the title of professional door opener. And yeah, you narrate how Bellamy does this very well.
So they try the door to make sure that it wasn't just stuck. And then, sort of much in the way that they gently yeeted that barbell earlier, he sort of just like goes under the little handle and like just punches it up. And it breaks.
It breaks, yeah. No, and you do, and you could see that you've also broken the chain that Clover must have used to keep the doors shut as well. And you see the gymnasium, and in the center you see Clover, the purple-haired witch, setting up the ritual circle, setting up the candles. You see all of the things that she got from the graveyard, from the witch's shop, and from the tree. And she looks up at all of you, and she is carrying a wicked-looking ritual knife. She points it at all of you and just being like, "Don't come any closer."
Hey, Clover, let's calm down.
We have like 9 more knives than you do.
No, okay, this is not helping. This is not helping.
What are you... Go ahead.
She goes, "Why are you trying to stop me? I'm trying to help her."
What the fuck are you doing in the first place?
No, not helping, not helping.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a roll for this. She goes, ever since like I got to know her and spent time with her, you know, she's too nice for this life. You know, it's you see what happened to the person before her, like mauled by a werewolf. And I found a spell in a book that I believe will break this curse. So, you know, maybe I break the curse on her, and maybe, I don't know, she remembers I exist.
Okay.
That's really sweet, Clover, but have you talked to her like that? Because it's super not cool to, like, break people's curses without their consent.
Yeah, because she could definitely, like, hey, this might be what she wants, but if you don't ask her first, this is not going to end well.
Yeah, she'll probably just break up with you again, like, but worse this time.
Plus, like, I think that she and Onyx are on a sex weekend, and so if she loses her powers in the middle of that, that would, like, ruin their whole trip.
This is not helping.
Also, honey, you could do so much better.
I mean, I just want her to be happy, and I don't want her to get mauled by a werewolf or bitten by a vampire or killed by a demon. 'Cause
Yeah.
if curse is broken, they won't go after her.
Yeah, but then they'll go after everybody else. What if they start going after you? Do you think you can handle that? Or what about the people of this town? That's not... If they can start going after much bigger people or much littler people, at least Serenity can, like, handle it. Do you think Old Man Friday can handle it?
I mean, if I break this curse, maybe they'll just leave Marlin Bay.
And Clover, when has choosing someone else's happiness ever gone well?
She still hasn't put down the knife that she's like holding out at all of you. You do notice that she was probably in the middle of like getting ready to start the ritual. And you know, she's holding it and she just goes, I don't want to see her sad.
Well, it sounds like you may want to see her dead, though. Because if you take away her powers while she is still widely known as the One, guess who can't protect herself anymore?
I mean, then I'll protect her. I have magic.
Okay,
Yeah, you saw how that happened last time.
you shouldn't... If you shouldn't do that, because that wouldn't be safe for either of you. Don't you want to be strong together, and instead of having, you know, one person rely on somebody else in a weird power dynamic thing?
And you know, she kind of like looks away a little bit. Just maybe if she's not as powerful and I'm more powerful, she'll remember I exist. Not go back to him.
Carlos has been inching closer and closer to, like, maybe grab the knife.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, but if she keeps coming back to him, maybe, you know, that's a whole other toxic thing that you don't want to get involved with, because, hey, listen, they're their own mess. Why bring their mess into your functional life, you know?
He's a literal demon.
Right? You know, that's crazy.
I'll ask Catalina, are you going to throw a knife?
I don't know. I'm feeling vibe and just like, and I mean, I can if we want to pop shit off. I can.
I didn't know how we wanted to play this.
Yeah,
We want
I
to see
think
how
Umami is just sort
Carlos
of like
does.
Okay, clearly fucking emotionally vulnerable. I'd like talking to the rest of us other than Carlos. Are we gonna be pacifists about this, or are we just gonna cut our hands off? Like, what are we doing?
Well, let's see if we could talk her down first. If not, I mean, she probably has no idea how to use that
Yeah. Also,
knife.
if
Look
you
at her
want to be
stance; it's
super
terrible.
powerful enough to protect the chosen one, you're gonna bust open through so many places in public areas to get your resources. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, if she wanted to join our group chat, she could have just asked.
No.
Should we offer?
Are you sure you don't want another friend?
So Carlos, you're moving closer and closer, right? Yep. As you move closer, she's just like, stay back. I will start this ritual. You move closer.
Okay, listen. Zero just brought up a great point. Listen, we are all friends with Serenity, and we, even though we're not the chosen ones or powerful or anything like that, we still try to help out where we can, to lighten the burden. I mean, Umami's a crusty little piece of shit, and yet even Umami helps. No. So maybe you don't have to be their number one, but you can be a one.
And I have to see her with him every day.
Well, not every day. We don't hang out like every day.
And you really don't get to decide somebody else's happiness. None of us really like Onyx either, but you can't force her to love you. If you try to get her attention this way, you probably will, but the attention won't be love, it'll be hatred. Which is close to love, but I don't think it's what you're going for.
So, if you would like, we can maybe talk about this without you having a knife in your hand, and Carlos is going to slowly reach the hand out to maybe nudge to offer for the knife.
Okay. So what we're going to do is
I'm gonna get stabbed.
You are going to roll. Let's see. Let's roll street, but I will say you are prepared and expert, and Zero is aiding you. You can roll 4d6s.
Oh, 4? Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
At the same time. Okay. Okay. All have to be lower, right?
You roll over.
Wait, over my number?
Over your number for. No, wait, street, under.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 under my number, and and I rolled it exactly a 5.
Exactly at a 5. Yeah, you reach out, and you just know what to say. And maybe she's just really lonely. Maybe all of this, and you reach out. She doesn't stop you from taking the knife. But she kind of just does the thing where she kind of collapses in the sort of the center, not collapses passed out, but she kind of just falls to her knees. She starts crying and being very emotional, and saying that she's kind of muttering that she just wanted to help.
I think Carlos just tosses the knife to Catalina and then goes in for a side hug to hug Clover.
Oh, you know what she needs, Bellamy? She needs a big hug.
Did we save Jesus?
Yeah, I'd say you saved Jesus.
Bellamy, are you coming for a hug?
Bellamy will come close, and then say, "Would you be okay? Do you want a hug?"
She'll like, she won't be able to like speak, but she'll nod because she's like trying to speak, but like she just can't stop crying, that kind of thing.
Yeah, then Bellamy will like wrap their giant arms around her and Carlos at the same time.
Oh, okay. I'm in this too now. Okay.
I thought that you were hugging. No.
I was. Yeah. No, I am. I was.
No.
Hey, should we do a group
No.
hug? Is that what we're doing? Should we get everyone in here?
Umami, come here.
Yeah.
And Zero takes Umami's hand and starts trying to lead them over.
very. I'm
Catalina,
I'm
you
acting
too.
like but like I'm not stopping.
Catalina is gonna wrap the knife up and put it into her fanny pack. It's a very big fanny pack for whatever reason. And it's gonna join the hug, just like, okay. Hey,
My
Clover, do you like the
God.
craft? Do you want to go watch it?
Yeah, I do. She just like gets up between sobs. She's like, yeah, it's my favorite movie.
We can tell.
Well, I have a lot of pancakes in our duckboat, so we could maybe eat them and watch the craft.
She'll nod.
Bellamy, you have a projector, right? Maybe we could watch it by the lake.
The ocean?
It's an ocean
lake.
called Lake.
Yeah, the lake.
Giant lake.
Ah, yes, the big lake on the east coast of our city. Yeah. No, we can project it onto the water. That sounds super fun. And then we can act out all the parts we're there at the beach. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. So you take this emotionally distressed girl to watch the craft.
Did we fucking
Another day
do it?
saved by the
Another day
power of
saved.
gay.
You did, and I'm gonna ask if I have a little thing that I'm gonna drop at the end, but then I'm gonna ask if there's any scenes anyone would like to have before we wrap things up.
I want Umami and Carlos to get into a twink bitch fit slap fight. Yeah, we're just like,
Oh, 100% in
you
the
know,
back of the
I'm
duck boat.
fucking sick of this. We just no weapons or anything like that. No fucking magic. I just put, and then I just like lunge at Carlos.
Car's like, I've been waiting for this bitch, and just goes back. All in the back of the duck boat.
It's okay. There have been lots of fights back there.
Yep.
I think really quickly, Catalina is talking to Bellamy and just like maybe they brought up their ex, just like, yeah, no, they're like, they were hot and everything, but kind of, fangs, kind of mean, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it seemed like you were kind of on the rebound today.
It happens, just gotta step up and do things, can't always go on dates with another devil or a demon,
I mean, yeah, no, that seems sort of fetishizing if they're the only ones you're dating.
They're not. It's just that was my last one, it was exciting and I'm trying to find something after that, like you get angry, I stab them, they're fine, they don't call the cops on me or anything like that. It's great.
Ah, yes. So Catalina's into knife play.
You didn't threaten Clover with one of your sex knives, did you?
Sex knives.
First of all, no. Second of all, why would you assume that? Third of all, no.
Okay, no, just making sure. Hey, Catalina, out of nowhere, nothing to do with anything. Have you seen the town pamphlets that we give out here? They have some great numbers for therapists in the area.
Oh, you mean these? And Catalina pulls out a wad of them from her fanny pack. Yeah, no, I get them a lot for whatever reason.
We all know the reason.
It's the Sex Knives.
Favorite band.
And I'll make it canon.
Favorite local band is the Sex Knights.
Yes, playing tonight at the How You Brewin' at their open mic night, the Sex Knives.
It's really not the sex knife so much as it is just the, like, obsessing over your ex.
That's true. That's him. But yes, I'll ask Zero, anything you want to do?
I think Zero goes over to Clover for a little bit in the Duckboat. I think takes a video of the fight that Carlos and Umami are having so that Carlos can stream it later. But is trying to get some notes about the finer points of necromancy, you know, and bringing the dead back to life and curse breaking and magic from Clover. And they're just writing, like, you know, notes down occasionally and nodding sagely and awkwardly patting on the back. You know, I do have, you know, an anti-anxiety medication in my first aid pack if you'd like it. It's morphine.
I'm good. I'll be fine.
Okay, just let me know if you want it. It will make you stop crying. Yeah.
Also make you stop doing a lot of things.
Yeah. It shuts off all your receptors.
But yeah, so you all settle in to watch the craft at the beach. And like as you're getting everything set up and the movie is starting, your group text goes off again. It is a message from Serenity, and it just says, "Oh wow, that's a lot. I hope I still have my powers, so all that stuff. So I think I'm okay. But hey, anyone with the internet, anyone know how to kill the Jersey Devil?" And that's where we'll end it.
Motherfucker.
Oh my god.
I was waiting. I had that planned. Let's get. It all went off.
Aubrey, I'm gonna 1v1 you.
Yeah, do it. Let's go to the Denny's. But yes, I hope you all have enjoyed this. This is Hex in the City by Invulnerable Tide. Links to get it and check out their Twitter down below. Yes, why don't all of my lovely cast just tell us who you are, who you've been, where people can find you on the internet.
Yeah, I am at the top of the list, unfortunately. Hello, I am Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me on Twitter at @adisasterqueer, and I was playing Bellamy.
Yeah.
Hello, I've been your local fuck-up cleric here. You can find me anywhere on the internet as cleric_34 on Twitter and TikTok, mostly shitposting. If you want to hear more of my words, more of everything I've been doing, more of just the shit I do, you can check out Monster Fuckers Anonymous, a show where we talk about monsters, we talk about their media, their lore, all that stuff, and rate on a scale of 1 to 10 of how much you should fuck them. Some are good, some are bad, some are mediocre, but all of them are sexy. So we had a new episode drop last Saturday all about aliens, and I talk about Na'vi from James Cameron's Avatar for way too long.
Thought that was going to Legend of Zelda. I'm like, wait, why is that an alien? Okay. Anyways, hi, it's me, it's Dusty. I use he, they pronouns. You can find me usually on this podcast and also on the Mama Curie, which is also here. Wayward Arcadian, which is kind of here. Well Seasoned Stories, which is not here. But also online on Twitter at Dusty Hill, and you could find me writing games at dustyhill.itch.io. If you enjoyed this, you may enjoy the game I just wrote called Lesbian Werewolf Crime Fighters. It was really fun to write. I wrote it in a weekend. It's great. You should go check it out.
Hi, I am Josephine. I'm my scary dog friend at Twitter and TikTok. You can find me on the channels Going Crit RPG, Starlight Tales, and so much more that I'm forgetting at the moment. I said them at the beginning, whatever. I'm on MFA with Cleric and Be Gay, Do Crime, whatever.
Retweet. Hi everyone, my name is C. I use they them pronouns. Tonight I played Zero, who also uses they them pronouns. If you like me being just completely unhinged and a little bit ominous, you can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet at PieSharp Art, including lots and lots of tabletop content. For the most part, you can find me over on Transplanar RPG, which if you don't already know is an all-transgender person of color-led 100% homebrew D&D 5th edition actual play livestream that airs on Saturdays at 8 p.m. US Eastern time. I am in a new time zone. I almost did my whole spiel perfectly. Otherwise, I'm in lots of different things right now. It is the summer of sea, and I am living it. I am surfing it. And that's all. You can find me doing lots of stuff. Aubrey, Anya.
Yep. But yes, I'm Aubrey, I'm GM. We'll be back with your regularly scheduled Goblins and Gays, Blood of King stuff next week, as the gang rolls into Refus and decides to figure out whatever they're going to do there. I am not sure. But yes, I guess it's time to say the words.
Eat your vegetables if you so desire.
Yep.
No, eat your vegetables even if you don't desire.
You know what? Don't eat your vegetables. Do whatever you want.
Marrow, eat the fucking orange.
Pussy.
Be gay.
Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.